okay?
I didn't think it was working then.
Oh, I know, I know. It's fine though. Are you okay?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, good,
I'm
good.
about to dim down my ring light. I'm feeling a bit. Look how bright it goes.
I know, well, I've got mine on, but it's still quite dull in here. I don't know why, but I can't get it any brighter, so it'll just have to do.
That'll be, you know what? Otherwise, I'm going to end up blinded by the light. Honestly, gosh.
I have stars in my eyes after I have it on for too long. It's like, you know, when someone takes a photograph of you and the flash, I get that in my eyes from having the ring
Yeah,
lights on. So,
so dark in this room. Like in this morning, I'm always in the kitchen when I do these in the day, and in the morning it's really sunny to the point where all you can see is the sun in my face. Hi, thanks for joining us. Can you see the comments, Emma?
yes, I can. Yeah. Hey,
Uh,
Ashley.
so I just thought, I put a ring light on in here because it's such a dark room otherwise. So yeah, but it was a bit when I first did it, I was too bright, completely too bright.
Hey, Finchy. Look who it is.
Finchy, Finchy's been you've been working out loads, putting me to shame. All these ladies like loading like this, like planks, their yogas, their runs, and I'm just like, oh, I need to get going. I really do.
I know, I know. I'm the same. I've just downloaded that Peloton app. I'm not an ad for that, by the way. But yeah, I just downloaded it the other day. It's really good, you know. You can have it on like your TV and stuff.
I
And
want
it's got
the Peloton, the bike, and like it goes, come
well,
on,
yeah, I don't have the equipment or anything. It's just an app you can get on your phone, and it has like yoga on it. It's got meditation, it's got running, cardio, strengthening, toning, literally everything you want from home. So yeah, I started doing that. It's really good.
I think I wanted the bike. I thought the bike looked really good, and
You see how much it is?
I am walking miles, Vinchy, Vincy, but I need to run because I'm walking miles coming home and then eating lots because I walked. It's just completely cancelling it all out. Never mind. Hi, Hannah. Thanks everyone for joining, by the way. This is nice. It's not. It's weird doing it at night time. But yeah, the
Yeah,
Peloton.
I think you get more people at like.
Yeah, I thought I want that. I want that. And then someone said, "Yeah, but the 2.5 grand for the bike." I was
I
like,
know. Well, that's what I was going to do, and then I saw how much it was, and I was like, oh, it's okay.
no chance. God, I mean, 2.5 grand get me. Blimey, I don't know what 3 years membership somewhere or something. I'd rather do that.
Well,
It's
that's
like,
it. It's like the gym's cheaper, isn't it? You might as well just go and use their equipment.
oh, it's ridiculous. I think everyone though this year, like since January. I mean, January is always the month that people go right. That's it. I've had enough. But since that June the 21st deadline's coming now, people are like, oh, because let's face it, we've all been wearing leggings, baggy jumpers. I mean, this is the first time I put makeup on in about 2 weeks, I think, something like that. And you just that I'm gonna have to get out there and see people. It's a bit scary, really. Hi,
It is.
hi, Kat. But yeah, so we're just chatting. There's nothing in particular, unless anyone wants to ask questions while we're chatting. I tell you what, do you want to introduce yourself? Well,
Yep.
tell the story about me and you, shall we? How we met.
Yeah. Yeah. Do that.
I can't remember the date at all. I'm looking back from my Instagram and I can't figure out the exact date. But I don't know if I was pregnant at the time either. I can't figure it out. But what happened was there was this Instagram stories challenge, and it was a 5 day free challenge. That's why I did it because it was free. And this lady, Leah, is it Leah or Leah? Leah Buckingham, was given this 5 day stories challenge. And basically, I thought, well, I'll do that. It sounds good. And the first day was you had to go on to your stories and introduce yourself, and that was awful. Now I do it all the time. I'm always talking to my stories, but at the time I didn't do it. And I think a lot of people were scared about doing that, weren't they? Because it was like, oh, this is like actually putting a face to the account now. And then as the days went on, there was a Facebook group page, and we were kind of commenting. And there was a few girls that were like kind of talking to each other. So Helen, Finchy, yourself, me, and there was there's loads of other ladies on there. And then Megan, Welsh version, who's only 18. I couldn't believe it when I found out how old she was. She's 18. She's got such a level head on her. She is a event singer. I think that's the right way of saying it. She can sing at any event, but mostly it's weddings. And she just said, ladies, would you like us to have like an Instagram group, and we can talk to each other and help each other and like each other's, posts and things. And I thought, sure, fine, whatever. But I think it's coming up to nearly a year now, and we're all still really in touch, aren't we? It's lovely.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's just grown, hasn't it? I mean, like you say, we all met on the story challenge, and yeah, that time for me.
Well, hi, Kathy. We're just talking about how we all met each other.
Oh, hi, Kathy. Hello. Yeah, so the story challenge for me came at the right time because I just started my business on Instagram. So it was kind of like I knew I needed to get my face out there, but I wasn't used to being on camera. I'm not that type of person that would normally go on my social media and talk to my face on a video. It's just not me. So I had to do something, and I knew I had to get more confident, and that's why I joined the challenge, and that's where I then met Lynn and the other ladies. And like you say, like the rest is history, I suppose, isn't it?
None of us are similar accounts at all. Like, it's such a broad area. So even though we say, I don't like, I've done 2 follow for follow loops now, and sure they've got my numbers up dramatically, but to be honest, I'm over 1,000 now, and I was about to put like, oh yeah, I've got 1,000, thanks very much, but then I thought no, because do you know what? If you look at your stories and actually see how many people have viewed your stories, it's something like 45 people that have viewed my stories. So it's not a representation of your engagement at all. And I'm quite lucky that I'd like to say that, those 30 to 40 ladies that or men that are reading them, I contact them, I speak to them, and some of them are really, really good friends now. A lot of them on this are watching now. But with our group, I don't know. There's a lady. I'm really bad with names. A lady does yoga. There's yourself. You started out as a virtual assistant in your VA. There was there was myself, which is a mum account. I'm not a business. I just wanted to. Well, I started in the January, and I just wanted to get used to Instagram really. There's Kathy, who does all the FM products, who's lovely as well. I'm going to forget people. There's Helen, and Helen. You have to remind me. I can't remember what was Helen's thing. Was it Body Shop? No, it wasn't.
Yeah, Body Shop at Home, I think, wasn't it? Pretty
Um,
sure.
there's a GP slash weightlifter. She's amazing. Um, there's another lady who does podcasts now, and she was all about imposter syndrome and letting women improve in the workplace. Honestly, it was so good just reading everybody and listening to everybody. So as much as I feel like it sounds like a follow for follow group, it's not like that. And we're more, as what Megan wanted was to help each other to improve our engagement. It's gone way beyond that now, and we're so supportive of each other, and it's lovely. And Claire as well with the clothes, and she's always asking questions. I'm always asking questions. It's just really lovely. So
yeah,
because you're the expert, and all I can talk about is mum stuff. Well, not all, but you know what I mean. That's what my account is. So what did you do before you did this? What was your full-time job or part-time job?
Yeah. So I worked full time in a call centre, and I worked for a mobile phone company, and just helping people with upgrading or cancelling their phone contracts, basically. And I got to a point, I'd been there for 10 years, and I just didn't feel like it lit me up anymore. I wanted to do something for myself. I wanted to set up my own business. Didn't exactly know what at the time, but I just knew that I wanted to do something for myself. So an opportunity came around earlier before COVID, like January of 2020, and the company I worked for was offering redundancy. So I applied and I got it. So I thought, well, this is a sign that it's meant to be. So at that point, it was kind of like, right, okay, I either need to get a job now or I'm going to set up my business. It's one or the other. And I just started following like inspirational people online. So female business owners that have done it and made it really successful. And I just thought, well, do you know what? If they can do it, I can do it. If I put my mind to it, I can really do it. So I just thought, if I give it a shot, if it doesn't work out, what's the worst that can happen? I'll just have to go and get another job. But it seems to have paid off for me so far. So yeah, it's just been a crazy journey. I just can't believe how fast it's gone. Like I can't believe I'll be going into like June will be my first year now of being in business, and I would never have dreamed that I'd have got to this point, to be honest with you. If you had asked me, you know, back in June when we first started this whole like story challenge, how long do you think your business is going to last? I would never have said up until now. So I would say, oh, I'll give it 3 to 6 months. Probably by the time Christmas comes, I'll have to get another job. But in reality, it's completely different, because the thing that's changed this year, especially with COVID, is the fact that a lot of businesses now have had to move online. So it's kind of been the perfect time for me to set up my social media and VA business online, because there's now a massive need for virtual assistants and social media managers, more so than there probably ever was before. But I didn't know that at the time. So in a way, it's kind of all worked out for me in a way, which is nice. But yeah, it was scary.
I think you're the only person that can go, yay, COVID.
I know, and I feel really guilty about that at times. I really do, because I know so many business owners, you know, have had to close down and have lost their businesses throughout this, because, you know, the customer facing in shops have had to close and things like that. And you do feel guilty about it, because you've kind of been successful at a time when other people haven't. But I think what you've got to remember is that as long as you're still doing what's right for you and you're still helping people, I'm still doing my best I can to support as many businesses as I can, then, you know, you've just got to carry on, haven't you, and hope for the best. Hopefully this next year will be better.
I'm in awe of you, because honestly, it's like, I am such, you know, I'm so level-headed in the sense that I'm scared of changing and stuff. And if I got made redundant, it's such a big leap that you made. I don't know if I could do it. And I'm not just saying because I've got the kids now. I mean, genuinely, I'm just that kind of person that is petrified. And I just always wanted a secure job. I remember one job I was in, it was a 6-month contract. And for the whole 6 months, I was just petrified I was going to lose it. And it got extended, but only by 3 months, and by 3 months and oh, it was just the worst feeling ever. But at the same time, I also know I'd be a bit like you, that if I was push come to shove, then I'd just do it. I really would just do it. So you started off, well, I feel like on This Is Your Life, I need a red book or something. Doing that. And then you met all those lot, which changed your life forever. And then you I don't know the dates, I'm really sorry. I'm not Gordon, what's his name? Graham Norton. I don't do my research as much. But you two now, right, girls, I'm kind of rebranding. We were like, what? You haven't even been in the place a year yet, and you rebranded because you realised that social media was the way forward, didn't you?
Yeah, I think for me as well, like that's where my skill set lies as well. Like I knew that for my current clients, the ones that I had already, I was doing a massive chunk of their social media work, and it's what I like to do. So it was kind of like a natural kind of change for me to go, right, okay, so I'm focusing now around social media and engagement, because that's what I'm actually doing for my clients. So VA is quite a broad term. There's so many different VAs that are out there. You know, there's VAs that do accountancy, there's VAs that do social media, there's VAs that do admin work, there's VAs that do all different types, like translation, minute taking. There's so many different skill sets to being a VA. And I think over time, generally what happens with VAs is that you will like niche down into an area that you're really strong in and you're really good at, that you can support people with, and then that way you become known as the person then for people to come to. So other VAs as well, I mean, one of the amazing things that I've found since being on Instagram, as well as meeting all of you lovely ladies in the group, is the VA community on here is massively supportive. Because when I first started out as a VA, I was expecting it to be very much like dog eat dog sort of, you know, I'm not helping you. Like, you know, if you message someone and ask for a bit of advice, I expected like no reply, or I expected like, oh, well, you need to go and look at this website, you know, that type of help. And it's the complete opposite. Like, and it's completely blown my mind, because in previous jobs where, you know, you've needed help and you've gone for support and things like that, it's been like, you know, oh, we'll go and have a look at this yourself and go and do it your own way. Whereas these VA people now that I'm working with and that I've collaborated with in the past literally can't do enough to help you, and will be like, right, okay, this is what I did, this is how I did it. And because you've got so many questions when you start a business, like there's no there's no rule book to go, okay, how much should I be charging my clients, and how do I get training on this, and which system do I use for this particular type of tool? There's no guidebook to it. It's literally a case of you just having to go out there, learn it yourself if you can from whatever online resources are out there. But the best thing is the community of VAs literally cannot do enough to help you, and that's been completely mind-blowing for me how supportive it is. And I hopefully at some point in my journey will want to give that back as well, to other people that want to do the same, because there's no reason why anyone can't do that type of job, or any online business. It's just a case of, like you say, having the mindset of like, right, okay, I can do this, because there's that fear around, you don't know what's going to happen. And it's the same with your job nowadays. I mean, if you look at obviously last year, so many people will have lost their jobs in stable jobs that they probably thought they will have had, until pension age, and then they've been hit by furloughs and redundancy and things like that. So the way to look at it, if you are at a point where you're thinking about setting up a business, is your job itself, a full-time job's probably not as secure as being in a business job. So you've just got to kind of know what works for you.
I'm 39, and when I was 16, I was dating this lad. I was with him a long time, but his mum and dad had worked in the same place for 26 years, and they thought they were set for life in that place. They'd started as kids, and it was a milk factory. So she did the admin in the office, and he worked in the factory, for milkmen kind of thing, putting in glass bottles and stuff there. And then that was gone, like overnight, because everyone was buying milk from supermarkets and stuff, and they were crushed. And I remember I was 16, and I remember thinking, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to stay in a job for years and years and years and years and years. Granted, I've been in the college I work at for 15 years now. It's my own. I mean, I've had a few full-time jobs before that, but I was 23 when I got there. But I'm on my 6th promotion since being there. And to be honest, this is the longest I've been in one particular role there, and that's coming up to 6 years. But that's only because I've had children, and it's just, plus I love it as well. But that apprenticeships, we were worried at COVID, but after the news again today, they're just saying they're going to pump so much money into apprenticeships because there's kids leaving. Like my nephew's doing his GCSEs this year. He's done naff all year, really. He's just been on his bed playing Xbox. So his results will be terrible. So they're going to be pumping money in for the likes of Louis, my nephew, and then, so my job will be secure for years. But yeah, don't ever take it for granted. And if you are thinking, oh, well, I want to change, I always say just do it. Like you said, if you've got a supportive partner, I think helps as well. I'm not leaving Hannah. Sorry, a woman I work with saying you cannot leave. But again, with things where I work, things are changing. So already they're talking about how I'll be working from home. So we're doing this extension. It feels like we're going to need to make space for a desk and a chair for you. Because I was just working on the sofa during COVID, but I can't do that full time. And then they've moved me to another office, and things always change in work. But yeah, I think you've done it at the right time. Whether that's lucky or just sheer hard work, I don't know. But you've taken an opportunity and run with it, haven't you? You can't fault me for that at all. I mean, for me, with this mum account, it started off as an online journal for Fion when she's older. And anyone that's watching that knew me before babies and boyfriend, I was not a maternal person at all. I knew I wanted kids, but I kept saying, oh, I'm just going to have kids because everyone keeps telling me to, and when I'm old, I'll have someone to look after me. I used to make a joke of it all the time. And that isn't the reason why I had my two in the end. I fell in love and blah, 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 romantic story and things. But I think for me, I started this account because I was a bit embarrassed. I didn't want my friends and family to go, Lynn, what has happened to you? You are all like, heart-eyed for your children. I was a bit like, oh. So I thought I'd hide it. But as I said, it's escalated so much now. And here I am with podcasts, with YouTube, with my blogs and doing guest blogs. That's because I'm on maternity and I love being busy. But I'm starting to think like you now, not that it could be a full-time job. I know it couldn't. I haven't got the skills like that. But there is so many things I could do. And once I'm back in full-time, there's things like I can sell things on Etsy through my blog. you know, how, you know, for a full-time working, I'm really, you know, narrowed down on the full-time working mum niche, which I'm not doing at the minute because I'm on maternity, so it feels a bit wrong to do that. But once I am, yeah, like daily planners, daily meal planners, activities to do with your kids after, you know, after work or weekends, and I just think the world's your oyster online, and I think you can just do what you like, you know.
That's it. The world is literally your oyster on Instagram. You can, whatever you're passionate about and whatever you want to help people with, whether that's like you say, you know, doing your blogs to support mums and things like that, whether it's dog related, whatever it is that
Yeah,
you like to do, even if you start it off as like a side hustle for now, like you say, while you're maybe on furlough, or if you know thinking about doing it but you're not sure how successful it's going to be, you'll probably surprise yourself by the demand that's out there for what you actually do. Because I was definitely surprised when I started about how many people actually wanted the service of a VA. I didn't expect it to be as popular as this. And then I found out there's like a whole world and industry of VAs that actually did it. And I was like taken aback by it. But it makes sense now for business owners, especially because they're trying to cut their sort of costs down. And, you know, unfortunately they've had to, you know, let staff go and things like that, but the work still needs to get done at the end of the day. So, you know, it's just about trying to fit into a gap in society where you can actually do what you want to do. And yeah, it's scary because, you know, I'm used to having a full-time paycheck coming in every month, knowing exactly what I'm getting paid on my pay slip. I used to get the same amount pretty much every month, and then I'd get like a bonus once a year, and that would be like, right, okay, I know what I'm getting every month. And being a business owner, you don't know. So one month you could get a massive amount of money, and then the next month you might only get half of that. And it's just kind of getting into that rhythm and flow of like, right, okay, this is how much I've made, this is what I need to put away, putting away money for your taxes and all things like that. So it does take a lot of getting used to, but I feel now like I'm 9 months in at the moment, and I've got 3 months to go until June, when it'll be like my first year in business. And it's definitely, without a doubt, the best thing I ever did. Like for myself, I just feel like so much happier in myself, and my friends and my family have said to me, you know, like you just seem so much happier, and you're just yourself, and you can tell that it's like made a difference. And it is hard, and there are days when I think, what am I doing? Why did I decide to do this?
yeah,
But you know, you've just got to take the bad days with the good days and actually appreciate, like, you know what, it's actually given me the freedom, the flexibility. I can work my hours that I want to work. So if I want to have a day off, I can take a day off. I don't have to ask anyone permission to have a day off. I can just take that day off. And that's the bit that I like, is that side of it, and you know, having that flexibility to plan my days around what I want to do, um which I know is important for a lot of people. Like in your community, obviously a lot of your followers will be like mums and things like that. So you know, if you're at home a lot with the children and you want that time to be able to have your own me time as well, and like children, like childcare and things like that. So you know, it's hard to juggle it all. But I think when you're working from home, people now have realized, and businesses have realized, that people can actually do that job from home. It doesn't require you to be in an office.
and
So
you know what though, Emma? I mean, I know what you're doing, but even if there's mums watching this right now, we don't, we're not saying, you know, go into social media. You don't have to do that. What we're saying is, if there's something you're really interested in, then go for it. Whether it's body shop like Helen, FM products like Kathy, another lady that I follow, which follows me, she does the books. I can't remember, Osborne books or
oh,
whatever.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Um, there's loads of things where you can make extra income, and I think just go with it. If you're really enjoying it, you can make good money out of it. But I think it's time and effort, and that's the beauty of working from home, is that you can work at night when the kids are in bed. That's when I do my vlogs. Like someone said to me, "How do you do it all?" And I just said, "Well, Fion's in the childminders on Mondays and Fridays. Ronnie's a baby, so she doesn't really make much noise at the minute. I record my podcasts during the day, and I write during. Well, I do my research at night, and then I write my blogs in a day, and then I just post them. And Instagram. It's just because I'm instantly funny, so things come to me as and when I feel like it. Joking, by the way. But yeah, so my Instagram is more just what pops into my head. There's no real structure. It's not professional or anything. My thing was, I just wanted to come across as an honest mum, because I was feeling really rough watching. And it's no disrespect to any of these mums that do it, but some of these grids were just colour coordinated. They had happy quotes. They had amazingly, brilliantly looking, beautiful children that were pristine in lovely clothes, expensive clothes. And I was thinking, ugh, my kids in second-hand clothes and hand-me-downs, and I've got no shame in that. You know, it saved me a fortune. And that's when I thought, I want to set my own account up. And you know what? I've had 3 comments today from women that follow me saying, I love your honesty. Yeah, I do that too. I think all mums do it, but they never say it out loud. And I thought, yeah, and do you know what? I might not reach the world, but I'm reaching a few mums who are having a pretty shocking time at the minute during lockdown. And that makes me happy. And I don't really care about anything else, to be honest. I think you've got to do whatever makes you happy. That's it, basically. That's what we're saying. And if you ever want to chat to me about mum accounts, then go for it, or blogs or anything. I'm more than happy to help. I'm not an expert. I've only launched properly in January. Yeah, Kathy, secondhand all the way. There's loads of comments there. Shall I just go through it? So if you want to speak to me about mum accounts, hit me up. If you want to speak to Emma about maybe starting up an online business, whether it's a virtual assistant or social media, give her a shout. Okay, right, hang on. I'm going to see if I can see the comments, because there's been a few, but we were in the flow. Right. Oh, Helen said, I had to come on when I saw you when 2 were online and give Overland your walking miles.
Cheers, Helen.
I'll be following today. Thank you. Kathy, yeah, no, I can't believe it. So lovely to have kept in touch with you all.
I see.
It's lovely. Helen, again, you guys have developed so much over the last year. I've loved watching you both grow. Kathy, we should have a Zoom group chat. I love that idea. That'd be so good. I'd love
100%.
it.
Yeah.
Me and Emma kind of send each other voicemails quite a lot, so I've heard Emma's voice a lot and I watch videos. But there's a lot of you guys on our group that don't do videos, and I don't know what you sound like a lot of the time and stuff, because you do a lot of stills. So that'd be good. I'd love to hear what you all look like. They sound like. Kat says she's been looking for online courses recently. I think that's a good one. Like, there are so many free courses that you can do. You might not get a certificate at the end of it or a qualification, but all these skills will help you develop and give you the confidence, I think, more than anything, to then maybe go and get a qualification in the subject you're interested in.
Yeah, definitely.
Helen, don't ever feel guilty about your success, Emma. You've worked bloody hard. Had to learn to run a business on your own during a bloody pandemic. 2 bloodies. She really means that. Right. Hannah, can't leave, Lynn. I'm not going to leave, don't worry. Mel, my friend, so true, Lynn. I love how real you are. Thanks. Warts and all. Helen, you're relatable, Lynn. Yeah. Second hand all the way. I miss going to charity shops. Oh my God, Kathy, I do too. Carry-out candles. Oh, Penny. Yeah, that would be fab. I think she's on about the group chat. Helen says, bloody Northern is how I sound. I love Northern. Okay, that's great. That's all the comments. But yeah, I think that's good opportunity for us to do the Zoom, actually. I think that'd be really good. If we do it on a weekend night, so we can all have a drink. I'm drinking now.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Get it booked in, get it in the group chat.
Yeah. What are you drinking?
I've got gin. I've got, I'll show you. It is Sicilian lemonade.
Oh, look at me, all posh.
It's a lemon with gin. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Whereas I've got little lemonade.
Why not? Still tastes the same. I should have just put Fanta lemon in this. It probably would have tasted nicer, to be fair.
You know what? I like pink lemonade. I've got loads of little bottles that people buy me, birthdays.
Oh, the miniatures, yeah, from Christmas. I've got loads left over.
My best friend used to be an air hostess. No, sorry,
yeah.
For cabin crew, sorry, for BA. And she always used to rob all the miniatures. She used to come home jiggling us. Used to give me loads.
They're the best friends to have, though, the ones that get all the freebies.
She got us 2 free flights to Barbados for a holiday.
No.
Where I met Phil. And yeah, so we got there. So we had free flights. I think we had to pay for VAT. So it was 130 quid both times to pay for VAT. And then we'd get to the airport in Heathrow, and then they'd say, "Oh, you work for British Airways," and she'd been there for 25 years or something. And they give both times they gave us what do you call it, up to business class. So we went in business class to Barbados.
No. Oh my God.
First time,
Amazing.
he was like la di da like this. She always did it with her kids, and
Yeah.
they sat and went, "Would you like a glass of champagne?" And I was like, "Oh, I'll just have a Coke, please," because I thought this Coke fortune. And Maria went, "It's free." You should have seen me coming off that plane 10 hours later, absolutely hammered. And then I got to the hotel in Barbados, and then he threw up. The heat hit me. Like, imagine the fresh air sniper, like where you live. Imagine getting off a
Yeah.
plane, boiling hot. Oh, I was so ill. Oh, what an experience. Smoked salmon, the works. Amazing. But it doesn't work for them anymore, and she's married now, so she'll probably take her husband instead.
Oh, but what an experience though. Amazing.
Yeah, don't know. We didn't have two pennies to rub together. We actually, I think we got 60% off the B&B, and we never left the hotel or beach, and we took our own food there as well. But so as much as I say I've been to Barbados twice, it was on a budget, but we had an amazing time. It was fab. Yeah.
Wow. I've
Right.
always wanted to go there, Barbados. It sounds amazing.
Oh,
Hopefully one day.
Seren is Maria's little girl. She's 13 now. She's just
Oh.
popped, but she was like tiny then. She had like
Oh.
arms. Yeah, it was fab. It was such a good holiday. Both times. It was really good. Really good. Right.
Oh.
Hang on. Check now. People talk about gins now. They're all piping up this bloody
I was going to
alcohol.
say, Aldi's gin is really nice, actually. I agree. I've had it before. It's lovely.
Gin and tonic. I love fruit. Yeah. And then my favourite, Bombay Brown. Oh, that sounds nice. Aldi all the way. Oh yeah, Aldi all the way. Lidl's down the road from me. That's why I go there. Right. Well, there you go. That's our little chat because you have to get off for the football, don't you?
I know, because last time Chris interrupted me live when he was shouting at the football. So I was like, right, I'm coming off this live before your football starts.
It's formal though, so don't worry. Don't worry. I'll share it onto my IGTV if anyone wants to watch back and watch it. So again, if anyone wants to message me about maybe starting a blog, a mum blog, or any sort of blog, just give me a shout. I'm not an expert, but I've definitely learned from the bottom up, and I've learned myself through YouTube tutorials and things, so I can definitely advise. And like Emma said, again, she's new to it as well, but she'll definitely try and give advice where she can as well. So get in touch with us, and thanks everybody for watching. And there's lots of hearts going, which is lovely too.
I know, I keep seeing that fluttering up. Thanks, everyone. Love this chat.
Oh, everyone, thank you very much, everybody, and cheers. Have a lovely evening.
Cheers to you, lovely.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Finally got